Happy New Year, everyone. Just gonna do sort of a short video, just cover a longish game, and do a bit of commentary on that, and just to start the new year off. Just put a video out there for you guys to watch. In the meantime, I think I'm gonna be maybe working on like a long sort of strategy series where I'm just gonna break down the game in a more structured format. Maybe learn a little bit of video editing just to make it a bit more watchable and in line with these modern times of content creation. Because to be honest, I don't really put much effort into this at all. It's just load the game up, record it, stop it. I'm not even going to like splice out the little parts at the beginning where you can see the list of games. So, this seems like a very long 3v3 game, at least from the program that I've got from RVA there. It says it's over 2 hours. I just played it like 1:30 in the morning in 2009, the 13th of August. Looks like probably the last game that was played that day. So hopefully it goes through, it works, and we'll see what's going on. So take fucking view lock off because I hate that. Right. So just looking at this map, quite a bit of nerfs, a little bit of hunt as well, pretty decent, good food. 16 nerfs per player. Let's look at the teams here. We've got myself, Clown and Brat versus Kick, Attacker, Die and Stuart. So hopefully a good game. Everyone's pretty solid player, know what they're doing, know how to get to T3, know how to boom, how to build up an economy and how to fight in the late game. So overall has all the prerequisites to be an entertaining game, so long as someone doesn't get absolutely pumped in the early game and remove themselves as a functional player. So I'm going to speed it up a bit now just to get through the rigmarole of the early game. If you're needing a bit more advice on like the early game and stuff, I will cover that when I finally get round to doing that series. I'm going to start things off with scouting, I think, and then T2. Alright, so I guess we're 3v2ing, okay? So we've lost red player. He apparently has no fucking tenacity. He lost some nerfs and now he's rage quit. So it's just me and Brat versus Stuart, Kick and Attack or Die. Gonna be honest, that's a lot more interesting. So let's see how we do. So we got the nerfs up, getting the Carbon, getting on the Nova. Obviously going to T3 here, going to T2 now. Other players, looks like Attack or Die has got a fucking shit ton of nerfs as usual, stealing from his teammates. I imagine this guy's just got none of his fucking nerfs. He probably got about 8. So no matter. Me and Brat are strong players and we are tenacious. We will persevere. Brat's already being mounted. He's whipped out the turrets, gone for the T3. He's okay. He can punish Kick here with T3. I'm quite a bit more vulnerable, but nobody's hit me yet. Kick does have his scout over here, but it doesn't look like he's going that. He seems really committed to trying to do damage to Brat here, but so me and Brat hitting T3 up at the same time there. Getting the fort out, because we're rebels, we're going to have a very easy time defending against mechs. The only problem that's going to trouble the two of us is going to be air. So we're going to have to do what we can to defend against air there. Now, as I said, Kick's going to get punished for this, because he's just behind in tech, and there's no way he can complete that wall off. So he's not really got anything to defend himself here. He really should have thrown down the 2 turrets. Instead, he is relying on his teammate, Attack, to send units to defend him. Attack's doing a very good job of that. He sent out 2 bombers, and he sent out a mech destroyer. However, my support here completely nullifies both of that, because we do very good damage to the mechs, and we kill the air as well. So now Attack has put himself in a position where he doesn't have enough units to save Kick, and he doesn't have the right type of units to save Kick now either. And we're going to pressure with this. We've already got huge air superiority, so we've basically nullified one of the players out, and this is now down to being a 2v2 really, between Attack, Stuart, and me and Brat. So if we keep the pressure up here, we even it out, and because, you know, we are a lot stronger players on paper, we should, you know, persevere, win. At least that's the way to think about it. Now the question is, how will these players react? What kind of strategies will they pull out? It's kind of been a lot of microing. I'd say the economy's suffering a little bit here. Not the best farm placement, it's just kind of sprawled over and then back to controlling units. Looks like we've lost a little bit of air there. However, Kick is still just not a player in this game. It's a big loss for them as well, because Kick is quite a good player. And they don't have his support in this game. So attack is definitely, I'd say, ahead of a lot of us in economy, because he's got these extra nerfs, and he's got hollows as well, so he's getting a lot of free income in a game where we're not really building command centres. We're just sort of microing units around. However, he's just not trading effectively here, and we're going to keep, or at least retain, that air superiority. Not sure what Stuart's actually getting up to in this game. Very strange out of him. He's not really done anything. I'll speed up a bit. It's 21 minutes. I'm guessing he's T3, but he's got no power core. He's just got a lot of farms. A lot of nerfs, I don't know. So, we are still putting on the pressure there. It's actually tricky for me to see my units on the map because we're grey. Stuart's just hit T3 now. It's a bit late, I don't really understand what's happened to him. That makes it even worse for his side. However, attack's definitely going to have a very good economy to race up to T4. And I would liken that to probably be the best strategy for them. Kick's actually retained a decent amount of workers. You can, with attack's protection, sort of boom back, however, really trying to put the nail in the coffin here with this amount of air. That's a decent mix as well. That AA mobile and those aren't enough to defend this really. Does need to be microed though. Each one we lose just makes it a little bit easier for them to defend. And having to build all these units to keep Kick alive as well is delaying the fact that he could press this T4 advantage if he goes for it. As you can see, he's really just kind of locked himself into T3 with the way he's built units and spread himself across here. He's got the command centre, a lot of mech destroyers, and there's still a lot of bombers, a little bit of different units there. He's got a carbon processor there. He has a lot of Nova, so maybe he is going for it. Seems quite a slow paced game. I just think the normal playback is just going very slow, I think. So attack's gone up to T4. I'm going to T4 as well. I've definitely got the air advantage right now, like at least in count. So I don't think this will be too bad from them. He's already got bloody shields. Jesus, that's quick. Masters is going to be bloody annoying. So the thing about this is it doesn't really kill you, but it really puts you in a weakened state, and it's bloody annoying to deal with. So as I said, with the way that this game is going on, all the free shit he's getting from the nurseries and the bloody hollows, it's going to be a pain to deal with. And those two food sources are all he needs to spam these units as well, as they're just food and Nova. So I'm sending my air over just to try and get rid of that out of the way. Barrett doesn't really have any plus attack on his units, so it takes forever to kill these masters with the armor that they've got. Oh, he really traded really badly there, holy shit. Fucking air is so strong. I'm gonna need to boom out with this one. Of course, what we've got to worry about is Stuart getting his economy going and then, you know, doing a lot of damage. But for now, it'll be up to attack to stall this game out and get his two wings into the game so they can press that numbers advantage on us. I think we're kind of going to have a little bit of not much happening, because it's just everyone needs to kind of work on their economy, and it really does take a lot of actions and a lot of attention. So I'm just sort of throwing out a ton of workers now, because it's just hit that point. Well, you know, upgrading my air, slowly building it back up, and really just looking for points to defend Brat and get him in the game. So you definitely need Brat in here so he can, you know, because he's Galactic Empire, he's going to have a really strong ground push. Looks like he's sort of looking towards that. Maybe throw something up here and just start building up units and push forward. I hate when games get like this, they're not actually that interesting when it hits this point. Just a lot of killing workers. Fast as hell, threw away quite a lot of air there, that's good. Rat's having quite a moan, but he will stay in, he is tenacious. This is scary though, all these traders going up. When he actually starts building units, it's going to be a problem for us. Because Brat still is not ready for this. Ah, he's going for the T4 harass. Don't really feel it's the best, but I might struggle. Well, to be fair, actually, they're playing into his hands there just by throwing out a lot of troopers. So one of the Watcher's wind has vanished. That's annoying, especially when I come to help him. I've reinforced with a bit of A-Wings. I really love mixing speeders, A-Wings and fighters, because as your air, the way it normally works and the way it moves forward is they've all got separate like ranges on them. So if they're all just one range, a lot of them will just sit behind the other ones, not able to fire. But with this setup, a lot of like the three front lines can fire at the other units. Really love it. And it looks cool as well. It's like a proper Air Force, you know. And they each do sort of mixed damage to units, so it really helps there. This is just a huge problem for me, and really tricky for me to defend, just being air as well. Oh, I'm losing a lot of workers here. So we're going to have a bit of role reversal for a while, I think, with Brat holding the game together and me trying to get back into it, because I've just lost a ton there. Really needed to have a big squad of bounty hunters, I think, just chilling. And it's pretty bad from my part, to be honest, because I could have a lot of forts and actually benefit from having them as well. It's down to 70 pop now. 60%, 70% of that is just fucking air. So, Brat's pushing with mad strikes, and he's got this cannon over here. Bit poor from attack because he could just pick this off right now. I'm obviously still trying to defend all of this myself. Pretty painful. I've lost my production, I've lost a lot of my workers. I'm really in a bad spot now. I think Brat should be around 130 pop. Maybe 100 workers. See how he's doing. Well, he might actually be 140. 136, yeah. So he's decent. He's able to spam units throughout the late game here. And he does have the best ground force. Just kind of need to support him with this air and not lose too much of it, because we can't really replace it too much. So taking out some of these grenadiers is going to help him push forward. We need to kite back, pick off these units, and help Brat start to push here, because when he does, he's going to apply pressure, and that's going to take a lot of the pressure off of us on the other side of the map and divert their attention to this side. And hopefully I can boom behind that and get back in the game. I mean, this is a pretty late night game as well. Might be really tired and not put in the effort too much or the attention to really fix the economy. Might just think, this is it, we just need to win with this push. I mean, you would just get like absolutely kicked out of office for this kind of decision in a wartime scenario, just rallying around to their death. I mean, look at that. These clones have no fear just to be marching to that spot, just to throw themselves upon their fallen comrades, build the pile higher. Definitely cheap units though. However, Brat's getting in here and getting a lot of workers sniped, And this is really taking a lot of attention from attack here, because he's had to build bombers and use mech destroyers, etc. But he's an absolute genius when it comes to attacking people, and he's still just sending out these Jedi Masters to be annoying. Because they're difficult for him to deal with. Built some units here, but oh, I really just want to throw down a lot of command centers and sort myself out, but I can't. So it looks like the push is gonna fallen through a bit. Bit of recalculating from me and Brad on what to do here. Got some of the air there. Just need to keep these snipes alive. It really is pure from Stuart though. I don't know what he's doing. Like, is he just letting us 2v2 or something? I guess so. The thing is, he's just like eating up the map. I'm guessing he's just sending all his resources to attack and pretending we're 2v2ing or some shit. I mean, what else would he be doing? Because he's not actually built units. Oh, this is weird. Maybe they said that in this chat at the start of the game, I don't know. I'm not really paying attention to that. To be honest, it's very possible he's actually just sending all his money to attack. He fucking must be. I'm gonna watch his attack for a bit. Yeah, he is. There it is. Yep. So he's letting us 2v2 while he's really just giving him all his money, so it's more like 2.8v2. I'm still pushing forward here. As I said, G's got some of the best spammable ground forces. Like, those mech destroyers are so fucking strong. Turret's really bloody annoying for me. Now he's actually attacking, okay, with some units. And now he's, I guess he's going to build a forward. Pushing forward, need to take out these turrets. I really need to sort my corner out. Well, wings just to kill buildings slowly. Yeah, this is a hard push to stop when you don't actually have a good enough ground force up. Because what little you send is just going to get sniped. Rat telling me to ask for resources like we're playing StarCraft. Can't do that, mate. Just have to give it to me. Oh, nice. That's good. To be fair though, I really should put more effort into fixing my economy. But it is pretty frustrating when you just lose your workers over and over again, when your your defensive forces need to be somewhere else, or you'll straight up lose the game. We're doing well here. So we keep trading effectively with air. And the more air he loses and doesn't take mine out, the more resources he loses from building a true counter to Brat's forces as well. Brat's got the mobiles out as well, so he doesn't need to rely upon me too much now. Completely destroyed Kik's production. We just need to get to here where their spaceports are, because that's their Nova income. Shutting that down is effectively just cutting them off from the late game technology. You know, a lot of the units are just Nova dependent. Yeah. Me and Brat have just identified that Stuart is just giving them resources. We're now just talking about how to get the trade shut down. Some bounty hunters there. Some mounties. I think I've lost a lot of the air though. Oh, a bit of lag as well, fucking up the units there. We've just gone for putting ourselves right on top of the trade. I mean, this hurts for them. It's difficult to reproduce all that shit. Oh, that's not good though. These units are stacked up. It's gonna like, we're gonna lose our push for now, but we've really, you know, like, we've stabbed them in the gut here. So hopefully, on the next wave, to reproduce all these units. It actually lags pretty badly when you play it on normal speed. A bit dodgy. So yeah, we've done quite a bit to them, but there is still a million traders there. Still being harassed with shit. GG I done, okay. You've not really done much. But send attack money and pretend we're 2v2ing. This is a classic say GG but don't leave the game. Saying it's so much lag. Iliac's left, Stuart's left, so cut down on the lag a bit. Less people needing to have data transmitted to their PCs, because it is getting pretty frustrating. You know, with the types of units being built, grenadiers flinging around, airs and MDs, very susceptible to lag in the way they path when you tell them to move over a certain distance. There's a lot of annoying Jedi shit going on. At least Stuart's not sending them money anymore. Attack has all the hollows, and for some reason this game's not on bloody Conquest, so he actually will win if he holds the hollows. Are they all there? Where are they? Oh, this is a really shit way to lose. Go, Brat, go. They must all be in there. Yeah, they are. 115 days. I think we're gonna lose to this. Oh wait, what? Ah, there was one there. Brat actually sent workers to bash the fuck out of it. That's awesome. Right, so we're not going to lose to that oversight of game creation there, making this a standard game. Surprised Stuart didn't build a bloody wonder. It is tricky to kind of keep up on all the action when it's at this speed, but it just lags like hell on normal speed. I wonder if it's fixed now. It looks a bit better now that the laggers are gone. It's still kind of slow though. Yeah. Oh, it looks like they're done. Alright then. Well, take away from that game, I guess, is forgot to take demo loop off. Could have looked at the map, but yeah, just got to be tenacious, and when you're put in a sort of situation like that where it's 3v2, definitely try to work together to take one of the players out quickly, even out a bit. That definitely stopped us getting into a situation where it's you know, 3v2 in the like early mid game, where you don't have a lot of units or production. So every little added to that can really snowball out of control and really mess you up. So if we had 2 or 3 players just spamming units on us aggressively while we're trying to play on the defensive and get ourselves solidified into the game, you know, it might have snowballed out of control and we might have died there. But because we put the pressure on Kick very early, and Kick kind of put himself in a situation where he couldn't defend it himself as well, yeah, it was pretty good for us. It would have been a much more pleasant game for us if this guy didn't lose his fucking mind over a bunch of nerfs, but whatever. And even so, if Stuart had actually just resigned or just sat in the corner quietly rather than just send all the money in the world to attack while he throws Jedi in air at us, some of the most frustrating units to deal with. But we're tenacious and stayed in the game, and we really divided our labour up well and stuck to our roles. So Brat with the ground forces and me with the air, just kind of slowly wardening this side of the map and trying to just sacrifice pretty much what I had myself just to keep his units alive and keep our push alive, because getting to this point in the map and shutting down the trade was very important for us. So yeah, I will be back in a bit probably once I've worked out just how to put some videos together properly, edit them a little bit, and break the game down in a more structured format. Kind of detail the strategies, I guess. Probably just start off with scouting, what to be looking for, how to be looking for it, and maybe to apply scouting, at later stages of the game as well, because that's something that a lot of people kind of just don't think about too much, because there is a lot to do in the game, and you do get very distracted from some of the things that maybe you should be doing. And there's a lot of things that you can look at as well, like just checking, where they've put their extra workers at T2, if they're on Ore, Nova, the way they've positioned their base out and stuff like that. And how many farms they've built, etc. There's a lot you can actually read in from that and actually get a pretty good prediction of what they're going to do. But that's all based on experience. After that, we'll probably go into rushing in T2, because it's one of the easiest things you can learn, and it's actually one of the most incredibly powerful things you can do in the early game, and a lot of the game, or the way that we play in a structured way, is balanced around that as well. So going T3, being defensive before you go to T3, thinking about how you position your base, how you wall off your resources, it's all very important in weathering the storm if you are being rushed at the same time. And then we'll go into T3. T3 is not, I don't think, is really that diverse as T2, especially in rushing. T3 you can kind of just adapt a lot more and do what you want. But T2 you do need to behave in a certain way to get away with things. And after that I'll maybe just talk about some of the main strategies you can do and how to actually transition out of them, because you don't want to lock yourself into doing one thing all game, like that game there. If I'd actually built up my economy a bit, it would have been a lot quicker for me to transition out of just building air, and I could build a lot more different units, and it's a lot trickier to deal with more than one unit type than just the one unit type. So definitely want to be transitioning out of things and not just doing one thing for the entire game, especially when resources are finite as well. You want to sort of balance what you're building. So I'll be back maybe in a few weeks with something like that. Try to do quite a long series, put a lot of information and put a lot of effort into it as well, and edit it a bit. But that's all for now, so Happy New Year everyone. I will make more videos when I've got the time. When I'm not working, I'll put a bit of effort into it. Okay, all the best. Bye.